Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we are cutting straight through the overwhelming noise of those crazy 15-step morning skincare routines. We're mapping out exactly what a science-backed, highly effective daytime routine actually looks like. So, no fluff, right? Just the absolute fundamentals.
You know, it turns out the skincare industry kinda wants us paralyzed by choice. But as board-certified dermatologist Dr. Dustin Portela points out, you simply do not need 47 different products for healthy skin. Honestly, between the endless social media trends and all that marketing hype, it's so easy to buy way too much, irritate your face, and then just give up. In fact, dermatologists are actively pushing back against this whole illness industrial complex. They're reminding us that constantly chasing trends usually just leads to damaged skin.
So if we're officially ditching that expensive, confusing cocktail of trendy acids and 10 different serums, we have to answer a fundamental question. What does your skin actually need when you wake up? Well, morning skincare has a completely different job than your nighttime routine. While night is all about repair, your morning is strictly about preparation and protection.
And here is your brand new 5-minute morning blueprint. It's just 4 steps. Cleanse, treat, moisturize, and protect. That is literally it. Consistency with this basic blueprint is absolutely going to give you far better, more reliable results than some complicated routine you can't even stick to.
But hey, before we look at the specific ingredients, we need to talk about application, because texture is everything here. Lock this golden rule into your memory. Always layer from thinnest to thickest. Why? Well, if you apply a heavy, thick cream first, it basically creates a seal on your skin. If you try to put a watery serum on top of that, it can't penetrate at all. You're literally just washing your money down the drain. You want those watery textures to absorb deeply first, and then use the thicker creams to seal the whole shebang in.
Everything we do in this morning roadmap is designed to protect one incredible, microscopic structure, your skin barrier. Think of it like a tiny brick wall. The skin cells are the bricks, and the lipids, things like ceramides and cholesterol, are the mortar holding it all together. When this barrier is healthy, moisture stays locked beautifully inside, and the bad stuff stays out. But when it's compromised by overwashing or too many harsh products, that's when you get the redness, the breakouts, and all that sensitivity.
All right, let's get into step 1, gentle cleansing.
To wash away the sweat, dead skin cells, and oil your skin produced overnight, we have a few non-negotiables. First up, use lukewarm water. Hot water literally melts away those essential lipids we just talked about. Second, ditch the harsh scrubbing tools, okay? Your fingertips are really all you need. Third, just gently pat your face dry with a towel, do not rub it aggressively. And finally, if your face feels tight or, squeaky clean after washing, your cleanser is way too harsh. You want to cleanse without stripping the skin.
What's really fascinating here is how your morning cleanse should shift completely depending on your unique skin type. If you run oily or breakup prone, grabbing a purifying gel or a mild salicylic acid cleanser is brilliant because it dissolves all that excess sebum. But if you have very dry or sensitive skin, you might want to look for a non-foaming hydrating cleanser. Or honestly, you might just want to skip the morning cleanse entirely and just rinse with lukewarm water. Save those natural oils.
Moving right along to step 2, antioxidant protection.
So, with a nice clean canvas, we enter the treat phase. This is all about defending against invisible enemies. Daylight brings environmental stressors, right? UV rays, smog, pollution, and these stressors generate what scientists call free radicals. These are unstable molecules that essentially scavenge your skin. They act like microscopic Pac-Man, literally eating away at your collagen and breaking down cellular DNA, which is exactly what leads to premature wrinkles and dullness.
Enter your daily shield, vitamin C. Applying a nice antioxidant serum like vitamin C right after cleansing is like strapping protective armor onto your cells. It neutralizes those free radicals right on contact. Plus, it has this amazing added benefit of visually brightening your complexion and supporting natural collagen production. It is, hands down, the perfect morning treatment.
Which brings us to step 3, lock in moisture. Now we need to seal in that treatment and keep your skin barrier from getting vulnerable to the environment. And honestly, your application technique changes everything here. First, try applying your moisturizer to slightly damp skin. Ingredients like hyaluronic acid are humectants, meaning they literally pull water into the skin. So if your skin is a little damp, you're giving them water to grab onto, which totally maximizes your hydration. You just need a pea-sized amount. Then, and this is absolutely crucial, give it about 60 seconds to fully absorb before moving on to the final step.
Okay,
time to bust a massive misconception. Both oily and dry skin types absolutely need moisturizer. It sounds crazy, but if you have oily skin and try to dry it out by skipping this step, your dehydrated skin actually panics. It just overproduces even more grease to compensate. No way we want that. Oily skin needs lightweight, mattifying gels or hyaluronic elixirs, while dry skin just drinks up those rich, heavy creams packed with ceramides.
And finally, step 4, essential sun protection.
We have reached the absolute non-negotiable step of your morning. A staggering 80% of the visible signs of aging are caused by UV rays. We're talking wrinkles, sagging, dark spots, the whole 9 yards. Sunscreen isn't just about preventing sunburns or skin cancer, though obviously that's paramount. It is quite literally the single most effective anti-aging product on the planet. If you're skipping SPF, any money you're dropping on fancy serums is completely wasted. Seriously.
Now, when you're choosing your daily SPF, you're going to see two main categories on the shelves, and they protect you in two completely different ways. Let's break down chemical versus mineral sunscreens.
So think of chemical sunscreens like a sponge. They actually absorb the UV rays right into the skin, convert them into non-damaging heat, and then just release it. Because of this, they are super lightweight and rarely leave that annoying white cast. Mineral sunscreens, on the other hand, act like a physical shield, or a mirror. Sitting right on top of the skin, ingredients like zinc oxide literally bounce the UV rays right off your face. They are incredibly gentle, making them a major go-to for dermatologists if you have sensitive or eczema-prone skin.
And hey, if you need just one more reason to make SPF a daily habit, get this. Studies show that people who simply apply an SPF of 15 or higher every single day, rain or shine, indoors or outdoors, they show 24% fewer signs of visible aging over time. Consistency is absolutely your best friend here.
As we wrap up this roadmap, I want you to consider the current consensus in dermatology. The era of the 15-step routine, it's over. The trend right now is less but better. A cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. That's it. Throw in an antioxidant serum if you really want to level up, but that trio is your non-negotiable base. A simple routine you actually do every single morning is always going to outperform some expensive, complicated routine that you do twice a week before getting frustrated and quitting.
So are you ready to ditch the noise and reclaim your morning? Tomorrow, take a good look at your bathroom counter. Find your 4 essentials and really ask yourself, what can I safely eliminate to give my skin exactly what it needs and absolutely nothing it doesn't? Because sometimes, the best thing you can add to your routine is subtraction. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and here's to a healthier, much simpler morning.